You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, let's talk about former Las Vegas Raiders coach, Tampa Bay Buccaneers coach, Jon Gruden, because he has scored a massive, massive win in his lawsuit against the NFL and Roger Goodell. You see, the NFL and Roger Goodell, they love to try to send things to arbitration. Why? Roger Goodell's got his creepy little mitts, his paws, all up in that. And Jon Gruden is trying to figure out who ordered the code red, who leaked out emails of just him. Because I think, like a lot of us, out of 600,000 emails, there's not a chance in hell there wasn't other members of the NFL that said things that may or may not fly in today's time, right? The fact is, we have found out over the last several years of covering this, literally nobody cares about what Jon Gruden had to say. And most of us, including myself, big time, believe that Jon Gruden should be coaching in the National Football League. There is not a world where he is not better than Brian Schottenheimer, than Kellen Moore, than Liam Cohen, and I like Liam Cohen. But Jon Gruden, Liam Cohen, there was major movement for him to get the New York Jets job over Aaron Glenn. By the way, Aaron Glenn's going to find out how hard it is for a rookie coach to coach in New York City. Well, Jon Gruden has scored a major victory because his case got to the Nevada Supreme Court, and they gave out a ruling that the NFL will not like. There continues to be a lot of rumors out there, too, by the way, because we've seen Jon Gruden all over the place now. He's just this offseason, he's been with the Ravens. I've seen him with the Chiefs, the Saints over the last 2 years. And most recently, the last couple of days, there's Jon Gruden with Travis Hunter. All right, there he is, and they're talking about whatever. And here he is right here talking to Liam Cohen. This was just a couple of 3 days ago. So the NFL, the people in the NFL have long since moved on with any supposed issue they had with Jon Gruden. And Jon Gruden wants to coach. He made that very clear just a couple of weeks ago. I also saw him with Georgia's program. He went down there and saw the Bulldogs. So here we go. Former NFL head coach Jon Gruden was the beneficiary of a key ruling in his case against the league on Monday, as the Nevada Supreme Court determined that his case could proceed in court instead of arbitration. Uh-oh. Because you know what this is going to do? Oh, this is about to peel back the curtain, which has been the point of this. Let's put it all out on the table in discovery, and the NFL may have some things come out they don't want to have come out. Gruden sued the NFL in 2021 after he parted ways with the Raiders when leaked emails revealed racist, sexist, and homophobic language. The former head coach and longtime football personality filed a lawsuit against the league and Commissioner Roger Goodell, alleging that a, quote, malicious and orchestrated campaign was used to destroy his career by leaking the emails. You tell him when he's telling lies. How come they were only his emails that came out? Somebody ordered a code red on Jon Gruden. Nah, we want to find out who ordered it. The leaked messages were from when he was an ESPN analyst and Monday Night Football broadcaster. And that's the other thing. He wasn't working for the NFL when these emails were sent and received. So what in the hell is the league doing punishing him over it? The NFL appealed to Nevada's High Court in 2022 after a judge in Las Vegas rejected the league's bid to dismiss Gruden's claim outright or to order the out-of-court talks through an arbitration process that could be overseen by Goodell. On Monday, the Nevada Supreme Court ruled in a 5-2 decision that the, quote, arbitration clause in the NFL Constitution is unconscionable and does not apply to Gruden as a former employee. So their little constitution in the NFL, it doesn't mean dick if you're not actually working for them. So, and the Supreme Court just told them, nah, that's not going to carry weight here. The NFL declined to comment on the ruling, according to the AP. Gruden's lawyers applauded the ruling in a statement to Pro Football Talk. Quote, we're very pleased with the Nevada Supreme Court's decision, not just for Coach Gruden, but for all employees facing an employer's unfair arbitration process. Adam Haushainer of McDonald Carano LLP told the outlet, this victory further vindicates Coach Gruden's reputation, and it clears the way to swiftly bring him full justice and holding the NFL accountable. Gruden was the head coach of the Raiders when the team moved from Oakland to Vegas. He is seeking monetary damages, alleging that the selective disclosure of the emails ruined his career and endorsement deals. Absolutely it did. Absolutely it did. Since he left the Raiders, Gruden has worked his way back into the NFL unofficially. He's been on the sidelines working with players from the Saints, most recently the Lions and Jaguars. He's part owner and consultant for the Arena Football One League's Nashville Cats. By the way, the Arena Football is making a big comeback. He expressed hope for an NFL return in July when visiting the Lions. Quote, hopefully I'm not done, Gruden told reporters via the Detroit Free Press. I'm about to make a comeback. I'm working hard to maybe get one more shot, but hopefully some of these guys that fell off my branch, if you say it that way, maybe they can hire me because I'm looking for a job. I don't care if I have to coach at Jones Junior High. I'm going to coach again. I'm still coaching. I'm just not on a team officially, but I do have some private assignments I work on, and I wear some gear when I'm watching the games that nobody knows about who I'm pulling for. That's Gruden. That's Gruden. Yeah, I mean, he's doing consulting work for these NFL teams right now. I mean, come on. I remember the Saints had him working with Derek Carr. And I think when Dennis Allen, that was one of his biggest mistakes. When Dennis Allen was there, they had Gruden in, all right? And I think it was when they first got Carr, and they were working with him, blah, blah, blah. Dennis Allen's first mistake, he should have fired the OC and hired Jon Gruden as the offensive coordinator right then and there on the spot. But I believe Dennis Allen actually didn't do that for a big reason. Because I think Jon Gruden would be the coach of the New Orleans Saints right now. I believe that. I think they would have let Allen go. Jon Gruden would have got promoted, and he would be the coach right now of the New Orleans Saints. He's going to get a job. And I think, look, the Dallas Cowboys is a big one you're going to want to watch. Whether it's Deion Sanders after this coming season or Jon Gruden. I believe there's a reason why it was Brian Schottenheimer. It's going to be easy to get out of. And Jerry Jones was biding his time. Deion was sick. Jon Gruden still fucking around with the NFL on this lawsuit. What I will guess will happen, I'm just making a guess, but we've heard it around the grapevine, is that Jon Gruden will get hired as a head coach, and then this lawsuit will probably go away. The Roger Goodell and the NFL will be like, okay, you win. If you become a head coach, then all is forgiven on the email front, blah, 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 but this suit's got to disappear. Otherwise, Jon Gruden is going to get really wealthy. And even then, I mean, not that he's not already, but even then, he's going to end up as a coach at a high-profile college program. I mean, there was so much fire around John and LSU before they hired Brian Kelly. He came this close to getting that job. It was real close. LSU fan base wanted Jon Gruden. Arkansas, that's another place. It's going to be somewhere in the SEC. I know he'd love for it to be Tennessee. I'd be willing to bet that. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.